When weapons form, what faith, life, and business all have in common. Let's be real. Sometimes it feels like everything is coming at you at once. The inbox is overloaded. The team dynamics are strained. The bills are stacked. The strategy isn't sticking. And on top of it all, you feel the heat of criticism, accusation, misunderstanding, or worse, being overlooked altogether. In moments like that, life can feel like a battlefield. And business? A war zone of uncertainty. But here's a thought that might shake the dust off your shoulders. No weapon forged against you will prevail. Isaiah 54:17. Let's talk about that. Not in a hyper-spiritual coffee mug cliché kind of way, but from the depths of life, leadership, and legacy. Because this isn't just a verse. It's a worldview, a promise, a strategy, a heritage. 1. Weapons will form. Don't be shocked. The first thing we need to stop doing in business and life is acting surprised when resistance comes. Isaiah doesn't say, no weapons will be formed. It says, they won't prevail. That's a huge difference. Opposition is part of the package, especially when you're building something that matters. Whether it's a startup, a family, a ministry, or a movement, opposition will knock. Sometimes loudly, sometimes subtly, sometimes through a person, other times through self-doubt or imposter syndrome. But hear this, the presence of a weapon doesn't cancel the presence of God. In fact, it may confirm that you're right on schedule. 2. Business is spiritual. Leadership is warfare. If you're a leader, you're not just solving problems. You're entering battles. You're fighting for culture. You're protecting vision. You're weathering financial storms. You're confronting unhealthy mindsets in others and in yourself. And in the middle of all that, there's a spiritual undercurrent we often ignore. Satan doesn't need to steal your money if he can steal your focus. He doesn't need to ruin your brand if he can unravel your peace. That's why your spiritual armor matters in your business toolkit. God's word is your compass. His promises are your security. And his presence? That's your secret weapon. Because while others may rely on hustle alone, you have heaven's backing. 3. You don't have to defend yourself, but you must stand in truth. Isaiah says, you will refute every tongue that accuses you. That doesn't mean fighting everyone on social media. It doesn't mean micromanaging your reputation. It means living in such alignment with truth that your life speaks louder than any accusation ever could. Let God be your defender. But don't shrink back. Don't water down. Don't let your voice go silent just because someone else misused theirs. Stand boldly, even in business. Speak truth. Build with integrity. Refuse to let false narratives shape your identity. Because this isn't just a job. It's part of your heritage as a servant of the Lord. 4. Pain is a passage, not a prison. The devotion you just read was titled, Closer Than You Think. That's not just poetic. That's prophetic. Because when things fall apart, God leans in. When you're misunderstood or falsely accused, he draws near. When the numbers don't add up, the pressure's mounting, and you wonder if it's all worth it. God isn't distant. He's closer than you think. And here's the kicker. Your suffering doesn't last forever. It refines. It strengthens. It repositions. But it doesn't define you. In business and in life, valleys will come. But the valley is not your identity. It's your training ground. 5. Reflection plus action equals transformation. Don't just read this and scroll on. Do something with it. Here's how. Reflection prompts. Where do you see weapons forming in your life or business right now? Are you trying to fight battles God has already promised to win? Have you mistaken your current pressure as a sign of God's absence? Action steps. Name your battles. Clarity kills confusion. Claim your heritage. Speak Isaiah 54:17 over your situation, out loud. Practice presence. Take 10 quiet minutes. No phone, just God. Listen. Lead with courage. Write the hard email. Make the bold ask. Launch the thing. Rest in the outcome. If God's got you, you don't need to manipulate the result. Final word. You are covered. Friend, the same God who parted seas for Moses, dropped walls for Joshua, and protected Nehemiah's builders while bricks were still falling, is your God. Your business is sacred. Your voice is necessary. Your heritage is protected. So next time a weapon forms, don't flinch. Stand tall. Breathe deep. Remember whose you are. No weapon formed against you will prevail. Because He is closer than you think.